Tabitha Susan, counseling psychologist. Hello, welcome back. A toxic relationship has psychological effects, and that is what we are going to talk about on this particular video. And a toxic relationship causes feelings of fear, feelings of low self-esteem, feelings of helplessness, fear, anxiety, depression, insecurity, paranoia, and even personality disorders like narcissism. They are dangerous to your health and will eventually kill you. And toxicity comes in many forms. It can come in form of abuse, it can come in form of lying, gossip, name calling, and all these result to an internal turmoil that results from being in an unhealthy relationship. And toxic relationships damage and leave long-lasting effects on the person involved in any of the toxic relationships. And at times we ask ourselves, how do I know I'm in a toxic relationship? And if you would like to know how, you can ask yourself this question: am I harming myself to help you? And if the answer is yes, it's time to get serious about the consequences. And anytime you subject yourself to harm to appease someone else, this is absolutely unhealthy, and no one should ask you to sacrifice your wellness. So that is one way in which you can know I'm actually in a toxic relationship. And also another effect, or rather a psychological effect of toxic relationship, is trauma. And toxic relationships are harmful, just like we have said, to all the parties involved. And the the damages are actually long lasting, even after you leave. And we'll see how well you can cope after you leave. But on this particular video, we want to see how can trauma, or rather, how can you realize that you're actually going through trauma even as you're going through the toxic relationship. And trauma, secondary to the toxic relationship, can cause individuals to act in ways that are unimaginable and brutal, and it results also to emotional and mental pain, uh, which has recurred, or rather, which has been as a result of the toxic relationship. And it can lead, trauma can lead to an individual doing things that you cannot imagine that actually they would have done. Trauma can lead to feelings of depression, anxiety, disordered eating, low self esteem, and self harm. And toxic relationships make the person believe that they are not good enough. And a lot of self blame comes in play, and also feelings of you cannot do without this other individual. They tend to make us believe that they are all we require to survive. And that is a typical characteristic of an unhealthy relationship, because we tend to cling and focus more on the good side, and we forget the hurtful words, the demeaning thoughts, the 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 moments that we were left to be in paranoia throughout the relationship. And when you are able to identify and see that your mental health and your emotional health is at stake, that is enough reason to tell you that you need to take care of yourself. You need to love yourself more. And we'll go on to see how well can we cope. How well can we cope with self-blame? How well can we cope with feelings of moving beyond the heartbreak? And thank you very much for watching this particular video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in another video. Bye.